Hey there, everyone. I hope you are all doing good. Stasma here. Welcome to this new episode of Schlappy Patching. This is a special one as it's the last of 2024, which was the first year of Schlappy Patching. If you have watched all the episodes, leave a All Hail Schlappy Patching in the comment, please. And for this one, we'll indulge one of the last comments. I don't remember where it was, but someone asked for a video about making drum sounds and drum patterns out of the tree body. And this is what I've made here. I don't know if you're familiar with the experimental hardcore breakcore artist Xanopticon, but this is somewhat the Xanopticon drum patch, I'd say. We have some hi-hats. That are coming from just this feedback here. But all the drums here, everything you hear now, I've muted the hi-hats. It's all coming from this cable. So just one wave out of the tree body is responsible for all this mess. Slow it down. Bring back the hi-hats. After all this mess, let me explain what's going on. And we are basically going to reverse the patch. This is the starting point. This is the main clock. And it is sent to quite a bunch of different destinations. This nibbler. That is counting by 6. It is sent to this other boundary. That is doing the main amplitude envelope for the drums. And also to this one that is doing the pitch envelope. Let me slow this down so we can hear it a bit more. Let me remove all the modulations from the tree body now. So what we are using is just one output. Sine wave or triangle, both are working quite well for this patch. Right now it's triangle. And I'm sending this very tight, short exponential envelope from this boundary to the FM input. It is important that you use the expo setting. So it keeps the bass pitch that you set on the knob. And just apply the control voltage on top of it. This, as you can hear, can create some very nice toms and kick drums. Then what's needed to make all those crazy noises is phase modulation from both of the outer oscillators on the center one. And in order to have that sort of linear drumming kind of feeling where you have sometimes kicks, sometimes snare-ish sounds, sometimes toms, is to use step voltages and or momentary gate to modulate parameters. So what's doing the step motion here is one of the stepped out of the main boundary that receives the main clock. It's just attenuated here in the dual Victor foil, whatever attenuator will do, and sent to the 1 volt per octave input. Just set it to the range that you want. Then here I have the carry out of this nibbler. So when it overflows, when it goes to the maximum number of steps, counting by 6, it will trigger the next one. This one is counting by 3, which makes an irregular pattern. And so I'm using this out 8, the less frequent of all. To open the phase modulation index from this oscillator to this one. But as I have those turned up, it means that it's also this one is being modulated by this one and this one, resulting in crunchy noises. In ratio mode as well. So I could try in 3. It really depends on whatever you want to do. I find that it's more hardcore actually in ratio. I also have out 1 going here to phase index from this one to this one, also cross modulated. And so here we get our crunchy tones. Originally the patch was like this. This one was looping. This one as well. And later I added this feedback that add some variations to the pattern. Also have some modulation on the decay of the amp envelope. I also made a feedback from the envelope itself inverted, so I can have both an exponential curve and modulation. This is the feedback, so how exponential the curve will be. And this is step voltage from this slow nibbler that changed the decay once in a while. I mentioned I just made the hi-hat on top that's not from the tree body. This is just this beat fold. There is a sweet spot where it really sounds like white noise when you use the feedback. Just have to find it. Then I use the angle grinder as a high pass filter to keep only the crunchy tones. Send it a short envelope and here you go. Hi-hats. Originally as well, I used it without the 100 grit. And it sounds like this. Here with the hi-hats. I really like the drive that the angle grinder is adding on top of this. Make it fast, it's awesome. Also, side effect that I haven't planned. The repeat when you reset and hold the reset button on some of the nibblers. This one will create a looping pattern without any, because it stops the noisy modulation on the tree body. This one will just repeat the last step. Here we go. This is our Christmas patch. I just thought about a few stuff that I forgot to show, of course, as always. So here we go. Let's go for a slower clock, and I will show you a few ways you can expand a bit on this patch. I forgot to show that I was using the FM index as well on both outer oscillators. That is controlled by this nibbler. So just changing this is just to make a bit less feedback all the time. Let's use some slower modulation here. This is nice. This does make a portion of the sound where it sounds like broken fuzz. But also decide to control that with a step voltage. Decide to create some weird swing by controlling the speed of our clock. That's groovy, I like it. You could also use the bit mix to combine some of these gates and get more variations out of all this. Reversed I had gated by this AND function here. Some reversed body drums here. Could now use the newly created step voltage that will be quite low because it uses only the two bottom lane. Modulate the filter in a nice way. Love this. Of course, changing the counting on the nibblers will change everything. Changing one switch here puts the module into the add mode, which will add a step. So higher step voltages and a different pattern of outputs here. Okay, I will leave you on this. Bye bye everyone. See you next time. Have a nice Christmas and end of the year. See you in 2025.